violative of the Constitution on the part of the impeachment complaint, the same may be raised in the House of Representatives and also in the Senate prior or during the trial of the case. And if the Senate rules either way, then the remedy is with the Supreme Court. That was a dictum laid down in that case, Your Honor. Now, we were also guided by the fact, Your Honor, that in the same case, there was an adjudication to the effect that raising the issue of non-existence of probable cause goes into the very merits of the case, Your Honor. And as held by the Supreme Court in that case, Justice Panganiban speaking for the court, it stated that during the oral argument, may I be allowed to read for the record, Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Senator Salonga and Petitioner Francisco Chavez denounced the second impeachment complaint as violative of due process. They argued that by virtue merely of endorsement of more than one-third of the members of the House of Representatives, the Chief Justice was immediately impeached without being afforded the twin requirements of notice and hearing. In here, Your Honor, the complaint was filed by more than one-third, Your Honor. The proceedings were therefore null and void ab initio. And Justice Panganiban, who was then the Chief Justice, I must agree. The due process clause enshrined in our fundamental law is a condition sine qua non that cannot be ignored in any proceeding.
Just a minute. The proceedings of which body, the House or this court, is going to be
this court
is supposed to be null and void?
Yes, Your Honor, including the proceedings before this court, because there is not the impeached public official is not precluded from raising the same issue before this Honorable Impeachment Court, Your Honor.
Well, this is a variant of opinion between the defense counsel and this court, because then if you insist that we will make a finding of probable cause as a consequence of determining whether there has been a probable cause in the articles of impeachment submitted to this court, then we will make a ruling to that effect.
It's not that a ruling, Your Honor, on the existence or non-existence of probable cause is being asked by this representation, Your Honor, but it is a matter of fact that there was no determination of probable cause. In other words, there were no evidences, there were no allegations that will prove the existence of probable cause. And yet, the public officer involved was immediately impeached. Supreme Court said that is violative of the right against due process because due process requires notice and hearing. And it applies in all cases, notwithstanding the fact that this is a proceeding which is sui generis, Your Honor. And the Supreme Court went further, Your Honor. Due process clause enshrined in our fundamental law is a condition sine qua non that cannot be ignored in any proceeding, administrative, judicial, or otherwise. It is deemed written into every law, rule, or contract, even though not expressly stated therein. Hence, the House rules on impeachment, insofar as they do not provide the charged official with notice and opportunity to be heard prior to being impeached, are also unconstitutional. We are predicating our action on this particular provision, particular statement of the Supreme Court, Your Honor. In addition thereto, likewise, the Honorable Justice Santiago, in a concurring opinion, likewise stated, and may we be permitted to place it on record, Your Honor?
Yes.
The impeachment complaint suffers from yet another serious flaw. As one of the amicus curiae, former Senate President Tubito Salonga pointed out, the signing of the impeachment complaint by the purported one-third of the congressman was done without due process. The Chief Justice against whom the complaint was brought was not served notice of the proceedings against him. In here, likewise, what is referred to is an impeachment complaint filed by at least one-third of the members of the House of Representatives. And the Supreme Court, going further, stated, no rule is better established